The Constitution, America's blueprint for freedom. The Constitution is like a blueprint for a house. It's the set of plans that guides the entire structure. In the case of the United States, the Constitution is the foundation upon which the entire government was built. Now, let's take a closer look at this amazing document and see what makes it so incredible. First off, it was written way back in 1787 during the Constitutional Convention. The big cheese at this convention was James Madison, who we often call the father of the Constitution. Back then, the states wanted to form a stronger and more balanced federal government. So they got together, debated, and drafted the Constitution to create just that. It establishes 3 branches of government: the legislative, which makes laws; the executive, which enforces laws; and the judicial, which interprets laws. This separation of powers ensures that no one branch becomes too powerful because it allows each branch to check or limit the power of the others. It is called the checks and balances system, and it's one of the things that makes the Constitution so great. The Constitution also protects individual rights. It guarantees freedoms such as speech, religion, and due process, among others. These rights are what allow us to think and act freely without the government trampling on our basic liberties. Most of these freedoms are actually outlined in the first 10 amendments, which we call the Bill of Rights. Another thing the Constitution does is that it limits government power. It defines the scope of government authority so that the citizens are not subject to the whims of an all-powerful ruler or a tyrannical majority. In other words, it prevents the government from becoming a repressive force. Now, some people might argue that the Constitution isn't perfect, and you know what? They'd be right. But it is a living document, which means that it can be amended to reflect the changing values and needs of society. So, if something isn't quite right, we can always work to change it. There have been 27 amendments to the Constitution so far, and it continues to guide the government today. It shapes laws and policies and protects the freedoms that we cherish. The Constitution also establishes what we call federalism, which is the division of powers between the national and state governments. This means that the power of the central government is limited, and many important matters are left up to the states. Finally, the Constitution is a symbol of freedom and justice. It represents the ideals of liberty, equality, and justice that America was built on. It's a reminder that we are all equal in the eyes of the law, and that no one is above it.